Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. This is Adeline and today we will be playing NBA 2K25. Today's matchup is between the Boston Celtics facing the Charlotte Hornets. Alright, let's do this.
Welcome everyone to our 2K Sports broadcast. Tonight's game also serving as part of the NBA Cup. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. And now the opening lineup for Boston. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point. And for the Hornets, out on the wings for him, Miller and Bridges. Then there's LaMelo Ball. Then it's Durant. And it's Stevens in at the 4 spot. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Ball with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Ball kicks to Bridges. Miller outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Miller's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Hornets.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
To the inside. Stripped it away. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Bridges. And good that time.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
One thing you know you're going to get from Bridges, he can really score.
That has never been a problem for him. He's always been able to put it in the basket. He's got a really good feel and stays in attack mode when he's on the offensive end.
One shot.
One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Boy, that basketball IQ you see from Holiday, understated but consistent, so valuable, especially in these pick and roll sets where he just cuts up defenses.
Now here is Miller. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Ball no good.
Nice.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. I briefly spoke with Charlotte's head coach. Coach said they want to force Jason Tatum to uncomfortable spots on the floor. Now, they recognize those spots are few and far between, but Coach wants to keep Tatum out of the paint specifically. If his team can do that and force Tatum to shoot more from outside, they feel relatively good about their chances. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. 6 to shoot. Here's Bridges. Banked in off the glass. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
Bridges, in some ways, to me, is a throwback player. He's a 6'6" forward and does a little bit of banging down low. Actually, a lot of banging down low.
Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. Oops, they pick off the pass. Tatum passes to Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. Offline with his 3. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Miller with the ball. He's picked up by White. Bounce pass from Bridges. Right wing. Curran sets the screen for Ball. And he makes good on the layup.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't faze him. That rarely works against Ball.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And we're now around the midway point through the group stage games. So let's check out the NBA Cup standings.
Well, as you know, teams are randomly drawn to their groups based off their record from the previous season. And as you can tell, some of these groups are easier to navigate than others.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Ball against Holiday. To the middle. Here's Porzingis shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Clark, in this early phase of the season, are new teammates still getting used to each other?
Yeah, I would think that's the case in most situations, Kevin, and that's the flip side of having a long regular season. Physically, it's challenging, no doubt about it. But over the long haul, you do have an opportunity to come together and gel as a group.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, when healthy, Porzingis is a problem, man. I mean, this guy is so hard to match up against because of his skill and his size.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Ball dishes to Miller. Back to Ball.
Oh.
That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Ball's got his second basket of the game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And White kicks to Tatum. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That's his first foul. And the Hornets making a change here. Austin's checked in. Mason, he checked in for the Celtics. We've got 1:55 left in the first. And he gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Boston. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Stevens, the pass to Duran.
No.
And Duran slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Austin, the pass to Duran. It's Miller on the wing. Light covering. Miller, no luck. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Miller against White. Miller outside. Releases. He can't get that one to fall.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hornets lead by 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Celtics trail by 5. We've got ball. Smith is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Boston in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Chalk up to this.
Man, I love watching Tatum break down the defense in the pick and roll, exploits any passing lane that's available to him.
Pass to Salon. In the corner, Smith with it. Williams sets a screen for Smith. Goes up to the stripe. Jason Tatum grabs the board. And the Celtics with possession here. They trail by 3. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and you know, there's always randomness to this game. The unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight.
Now, here's Ball. Last game he had 13, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Ball's got 6.
A lot of different ways to knock down shots, and Ball's form is certainly unorthodox, but it works for him, and he's got a really quick release that allows him to get it off.
The 3 from Tatum.
Nice.
The 3 from Tatum.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Back to Smith. Pass to Salon. Shoots the 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The Celtics have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Jamison with a screen for Tatum. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And what stands out most, Clark, about Mark Williams, it has to be his rebounding.
Yeah, he's a glass-eating machine, and on a per-minute basis, he's one of the best in the league at corralling boards. But he's had a little bit of an issue staying healthy. When he's on the floor, though, he gives them a real powerful presence up front.
Now here's Jamison. 9-point game his last outing. Jamison, a screen to the paint. Stolen by Ball. In the corner, Smith with it. Ball surveying the defense. Williams sets a screen for Ball. Offensive rebound. Tries again.
Nice.
They retain possession. Good.
No.
9 points in the game so far.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's ready to talk things through with the team. You know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Celtics trail by 3. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball.
Oh, yeah.
These Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And he makes the first.
What impresses me most about Porzingis is how versatile he is. I love that about a big man who does a little bit of everything.
And the Hornets making a change here. Boston's checked in. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Boston, guarded by Holiday. Miller outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Miller's got his second bucket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And it's easy to see that Brown continues to develop as a playmaker. His work paying off.
Here's Boston, guarded by Holiday. Bridges against Brown. Lets it go from 11.
Ooh.
Bridges shot. Good. Bridges has got 7 points in the game.
You know, we've seen Bridges knock down threes, but I think this is his sweet spot, that 15 to 19-foot range.
Brown sets a screen for Tatum. Good on the three-point shot. 8 points for him.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Here's Boston, guarded by Holiday. Here's Durant. And the foul call on Brandon Miller.
All right, cool.
That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Number 25, KJ Simpson.
For Boston, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Tatum with a screen on Bridges. Down low. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be a goaltending.
Goaltending, nice.
So get the basket.
Good hustle right there. I love that effort. Just a little late in the act.
Smith checked in for Charlotte. And a change for the Celtics. Mason, he checked in for Tatum. So it's the Hornets now. They trail by 1. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And they did a super job of getting those extra opportunities. Offensive rebounds, 50-50 balls. Those possessions, I felt like were key.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smith, the pass to
No.
And Duran slams it in.
Man,
That was
can you
filthy.
always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Mason for 3. Doesn't go for it. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. It's Charlotte leading by just 1. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Checking out the Celtics, you expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see who performs well late in a tight game.
Invaluable information, no doubt. And as we review this first half for the Celtics, still anybody's game.
A few things for them to focus on: more presence on the backboards, more physicality, maybe a few elbow sandwiches.
And maybe the guards need to crack back, get in there and help out.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. It's a one-point game. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The small and power forward. The star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the 5.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
Now here is Miller. Bridges outside. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Bridges has got 10 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Porzingis trying to get free. Brown's shot is good.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Miller, the pass to Bridges. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Holiday against Ball. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Miller outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book.
Here we go.
And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by White. Brown's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics. Ball against Holiday. Bridges outside. They set the pick. Inside. Stephens. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, excellent vision that time by Bridges to be able to make that pass. Really good, unselfish play there.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Hornets making a change here. Boston's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Mason's checked in. And it's Mason with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Tatum with a screen on Miller. Mason for 3. Boston again missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, he sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Here's Miller following the bucket by the Celtics. The 10-footer. The shot, no good.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Tatum with a screen on Ball. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish it. He knows it. Lone opportunity.
Ball against Tatum. For the lead. Ball, no good. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. And the Hornets making a change here. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Mark Williams on top.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Lewis outside. Pass to Miller. Launches it. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. Williams with the steal. Smith against Holiday. And again, the Hornets missing.
The lucky.
Boston leading by 4. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Porzingis with a screen on Bridges. Tatum no good.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert.
No.
This guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Yep, that one goes.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
And so it's Boston with it. After the basket by Charlotte. And the turnover again by Boston. Celtics making a switch here. Here's Boston. Nothing on the board. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Smith surveying the D. Tipped away.
Ooh. Good.
Pass to Boston. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point land.
Yeah.
That time.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. It was maybe a step out of his range.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Celtics lead by 2. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Lewis all out there with Smith. Then there's Holland. And it's Williams at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Now here's Ball to tie it up. And that one swishes right in. Ball's got it all tied up now for the Hornets.
Hey, Ball has tremendous confidence, oozing with confidence. He feels like he can cross up anybody defending.
They set the pick. Mason inside the line. That's good.
Yeah.
On the jump shot.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Williams. Here's Ball. Mason against Smith. Rebounded by the Celtics. Mason's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Tatum swiped by the contact inside.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
The Hornets call time. And some changes in for the Celtics. Kate is checked in, and it's Drew Holiday in for Pritchard. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on what the head coach of the Hornets was getting across in the huddle. Now, he told his guys they can do this. In the huddle, he said, we've been here before and come back. So we know we can do this. We just have to believe. Inspiring words. We'll see if they live up to them. Guys?
Thanks, David. Williams kicks to Smith. Charlotte moving the ball around. Ball with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Pass to Bridges. Here's Boston. Picked by Williams. 3-pointer. Boston, no good. Boston leading by 4. Mason with it. Tatum a screen. Mason the pass to Tatum. Tatum
nice
to go inside.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Pass to Boston. On the wing, Bridges. A shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Tatum. Holiday, the pass to Mason.
Oh, yeah.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's ball. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. The Hornets call time.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. It's tipped.
Sweet.
Mason looking around.
Oh, what?
That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Hornets trail by 8. Bridges passes to Durant. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Mason. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
First free throw is good. And the Celtics making a change here. And Mason drops them both.
All right, cool.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. The guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Ball from long range. And Boston with the rebound.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Shot's good from Mason.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by Boston.
Pass to Brown. They set the pick. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Miles Bridges.
Well, I like the fact that the energy that Brown plays with makes him a guy that does a good job getting to the line.
Shooting 2.
Oh,
He
no.
doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
That was
You gotta
terrible.
give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. And he can't make
Oh,
the second
come
free throw
on.
either. It's a low.
You've got to respect the mind Brown has for the game.
both ends of the floor. He is so good at spotting the opening and taking advantage. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final
really?
moments here.
I guess I can score.
A solid win for Boston.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so by winning the first of 3 to play in this season series, it should give them plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace up their sneakers against the Hornets.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jason Tatum.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
They get it again. Duran, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Jalen Duran. One shot.
Starters are sitting. Here comes the bench.
There's 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. Mason misses. Now here is Smith. He's guarded closely. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a 3rd win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Jalen. On a real roll right now. How much pride do you take in the win streak?
Let's just keep it going. Just keep playing basketball, keep having fun, keep smiling, and it's fun when you win.
That alternative's not very good, so you want to keep winning. Thanks again, man. Back to you.
Much appreciated, David. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
Thank you everyone for watching. This has been Editing. Please comment, like, and subscribe.